Hey, how's it going, homies? My name is Demi, and I've got another analysis today. I have a Captain Falcon and an icies matchup. The Falcon player is Flacid. The icies player is Ziggy Stardust, who is the one who submitted this clip. This match was played at an event called Coltorino 2, and this is winners round 3. This is the first time these players meet up, and they meet up again in the future in grand finals, though I'm not sure exactly how that played out, as the challenge link did not update for that. But let's get started. The first game here is on Yoshi's story, and immediately going in, Ziggy grabbing Falcon, and right there, Falcon did not DI whatsoever. You can see that Falcon just kind of gets thrown up, and then is in the perfect position to just be grabbed again. I think in that circumstance, the best mix-up is probably DI behind them, because it's always harder to turn around than go forward. But starts off with a wobble here. Good stuff to Ziggy in the first 10 seconds getting a wobble. And it is frustrating, so pay attention to the mental game of the Captain Falcon and how he, will play around that. So using forward smash is a great tool for spacing people out, especially if they're getting too close to you. And a Falcon, going against a Falcon, look at this, just assault you with up airs. And yeah, that's actually a really cool tool, is double jump back air. Because the double jump of Falcon is so fast, and these up airs are so fast as well, back air is a great spacing tool for Falcon. So using the speed of his double jump and also his fast fall can easily psych you out. And Falcon's main goal here is to run over you like a train, to use his speed to freak you out and make you lose track of what's going on. And especially if you're the icies player in this circumstance, it's really difficult to keep your eye on 3 characters at the same exact time. Now I want to actually go back a little bit and take note of what happened right here. Ziggy has to maintain Nana and maintain Nana's position, and it's clear that Flacid is aiming for Nana. He's kind of going for that approach, and in an effort to protect Nana right there, he has a hop to end up right in his knee. But this recovery right here is pretty good. Typically you won't get hit by the icy up B if you're careful and you're aware of it. And now run off knee for Falcon is actually a super mix-up, because it's really risky if you don't actually input it, because you can just run off and land right in front of him. But luckily for Flacid, ended up getting the input out there. But icies have a response of their own to pressure. Like I said earlier, forward smash is great, and right here they uses forward smash to catch Falcon mid jump, and he was right over them. And forward smash from icies is actually so good, and they actually also have this mechanic of using wave dash into down smash. That's another great tool that should be used more in controlling space. A large portion of this matchup is control space. Don't let the Falcon get too close to me. So what happened right here, let's just go back a little bit. Aiming for Nana, maybe not necessarily on purpose, but icies really suck on the ledge, and it's unfortunate, but you'll get caught by that fairly easily if you're not paying attention. So that was actually very smart by Flacid to he separated them and goes for the raptor boost to kind of mix up Ziggy's position. Unable to save Nana, accidentally does an air dodge. That's fair. There's a lot going on in this little circumstance right here. A large issue right here is rolling in. Rolling into Falcon is not a great idea. You were on the ledge. There's not much you can do. Maybe you jump up on the platform, play a little bit on the platform. You're Sopo now. You're a completely different character. But rolling in, not the greatest option. Bringing it down to 2 stocks apiece. control space, and I do like the attempt. I do like the attempt here of using up air to control potentially Flacid Knee jumping at you, but it's risky. It's really risky stuff, especially since it's only a vertical move. And Falcon, unfortunate SD. That's two SDs from Ziggy's side. So it's not so lopsided as it may seem. Gets a grab. This is a wobble. I think the Falcon player may have been going for a cancel on the platform, right on the ledge, but may have just missed it. Let's see right there. Okay, you got stuck. You got stuck just there. You never want to just be in the same position going against the Falcon, because Falcon is anticipating you to move. Like right there, he was baiting you out. Maybe if you would move forward a little bit, maybe, but you didn't. So it was a position tactic for Falcon. But you're still in the same exact spot. And again, you're just throwing out moves there. Now he knows you're in the exact same position, throws out a down air. You didn't get punished too hard for it, but it's not a good position to be in against a Falcon who's going to try and bait out your movement. Spacing them out with Nairs, that's a good tool for Falcon to use against icies, because Nair is a fairly long move. Should have been a grab, but flub that on accident. Platforms are so scary for icies. Being on top of a platform for icies, when they're together, it's hell for them, because you can't control both fluidly. Right there, you're gonna eat an up air. Using your own up airs while while Falcon is on the platform is fairly smart, but he caught you rolling. Now right there, let's just take a look at what just happened. Gets the Raptor boost on Nana, and that's where the confusion was kicked in. Flacid Knee managed to separate you guys, went for Nana, and you're there just kind of, you're there trying to you're trying to do something, trying to knock the Falcon player off his course of going after Nana, and then in that stead, you kind of wave dash back and get caught by a downer. So, as I mentioned earlier, it's hard to maintain your conscious ability to control two characters, especially when there's three on the screen. There's more room to mess up. And so, Ziggy counterpicks to Fountain of Dreams. If he likes to play around the platforms and try and get his opponent on the platforms, it totally could work for him as an icies player. Do I personally prefer it? I'm not too sure. Considering this playstyle, I think it can benefit him well. It was a good counter pick to counter Flacid Knee's playstyle, but he's adapted. Now Flacid Knee is playing around the platforms, and he's getting you stuck. He's getting you stuck on the sides. Good catch by the Falcon. And nice of you to not get too flustered by losing Nana and throw out a move to kill Falcon. So now this is the Sopo game. This is where it's a completely different character. Ate a knee right there, but it traded. I think right there maybe would have been a good idea to play around with your drift a little bit. Eating that again, stuck on the platforms, and I think you know this. I'm sure you know this, but getting stuck on the platforms it's a really bad situation for icies. Flipping a grab there. You've done that a couple times. I think that's something to work on, is maybe work on reading rolls and getting those regrabs. Because if you look at Chudat's Sopo, it's so good at getting grabs. So if you have Nana with you, or sorry, I think it's the Nana skin. Whatever. Chief and support. Nana. If you have Nana with you, then it shouldn't be any different. Don't be afraid of just going for the grab, and work on that. Work on getting those grabs against Falcon, because Falcon is fast. Using your recovery there a little too early, but that should, yeah, great. Get the kill there. And it's 2 down smashes for each stock. And let's see what the mistake was right there. Now you're Sopo, and as I mentioned earlier, Sopo can play around the ledges fairly well, but you jumped over Falcon. And you didn't really do the tiniest of hops. You kind of did a large hop. And you just eat the up air. So you have to really be aware of space. And I always stress this with a lot of players that are up and coming, or even if they're new to the scene. I put a lot of stress on how much space you're controlling. Control space. And right there, you gave up space and entered his. You traded space and you ended up losing it. But still, 2-on-2. 2 stocks for each player. Eating a knee right there. And I guess your question might be, how do I avoid these random knees? It's hard to say. It's all about positioning and where you're placing yourself. Like right there, you kind of just ran into center stage. You kind of just ran into center stage without a plan of defense. Like you just kind of went under him, and Falcon can, you know, do his down airs. So you 8% for that. It's difficult to control. It's difficult to control that. That was actually a nice little sequence right there. Why didn't you go for the grab there? Right here at the get up attack and the forward smash. I think it looks like you went for the grab, but you accidentally whiffed it. Yeah, I think you just whiffed it, did a little bit too early. That's one thing to work on, is your grabs, because there's a few grabs you could have gotten that may have been pivotal for the set. It's really difficult to say how to really prepare against Falcon nairs. Or, sorry, Falcon aerials. Just running aerials. It's a highly developed neutral game, the icies themselves. And you have to... It's like you have to have your eyes going in separate directions. But right there, what you just did. You punished Falcon for being in your airspace with... I don't remember what it was. Was it a tilt? I don't remember. Punish him for being in your space. The biggest mistake you can make is entering his space without a defined plan. Now that's something I never recommend to do. Falcon was on the platform right here. Sure, forget the grab, but right there on the platform, he's shielding, and you come up with an up air. Now I understand. I guess by the looks of it, you thought you could make it. But in my personal experience with this kind of situation, if they L cancel, assume that you're not going to be able to make it. And if you're really good, you could have hopped and wave dashed onto the platform to quickly land. Wave land onto the platform and grab Falcon. Because then now he can punish you. Put you into center stage, and you were flustered. So let's take a look at that whole sequence. Entered your airspace. You didn't punish him for it. Jumps on top of you, and then punishes you for attacking his shield. Now you're stuck in center stage, trying to hit him on shield again. Punishes you with a back air, and then is able to just throw out nairs and catch you in a fluster. You're shook right now. You're not spooked, but you're not in control. That was actually sick. He hit you both with a knee. And now, I guess as a quick... I guess this last stock right here sums up your issues with Falcon. I don't know if you have, you know, a multitude of issues with other characters, but with Falcon, this was your counter pick, and I could tell that you had wanted to play around the platforms. And it's clear, right here, you wanted to get Falcon, sorry, not here. You wanted to get Falcon on the platform, and you wanted to hit him while he was on the platform. That makes sense. It makes sense from a tactical point of view. Like right there. Trying to land on the platform, come up there with an up air. icies up air is fairly quick. Right there. Another up air. Actually, right there, I think you caught him in a jump. Which I don't know if you waited for it. It looks like it was kind of a bait, and you baited him out of his jump. But then this happens. He kind of runs in, fails his gentleman. So that gentleman was your first opportunity to punish. You didn't get it. The second one, him on the platform. You could have gotten a regrab. That's another thing you messed up. Stomps you right there, and now he's on the platform again, shielding. And like I said, assume he's going to get the shield. Assume he's going to get the shield. And you try to go for, I don't know if that is up smash or up tilt. Looks like an up smash. And then he punishes you. So that's 3 opportune times for you to either reset to neutral or have your own punish. And you rolled in. He got you. I understand maybe you were spooked to get kneed off the side, but at best maybe tech in place. Because if you look, he's just going for aerials. There's no way he could have. There's no way he could have predicted that. Or sorry, not predicted. There's no way he could have read that. Because he was going after Nana right here. And then you roll in. And now you're flustered. You get that knee. How'd you get hit by the knee? Let's see. I understand the attempt. But in general, my biggest pointers for you are maintain your space, control your area, and your icies. So if you enter Falcon space, his aerials are so quick that unless you're out there fishing for a grab, you have no business right in front of him. You have no business. So bait out his aerials. Do exactly what he was doing to you, shielding your attacks and then punishing you. That's kind of like Melee 101. You know, don't attack first. And you had some really good setups, but you were just in terrible positions constantly. Now, that's not to say that your approach was bad. It's like if you were a few pixels behind, it would be much better, is what I'm saying. And another note on these, I guess, random aerials or random knees. You have to keep your eye on your opponent. If you see him in the air, prepare to defend. Prepare to defend. And that's tough for you as an icies player because you not only have to maintain control over your opponent, but you have to maintain control over an AI that in most cases is pretty dumb. Overall, not a bad showing. I'd like to know how you did in Grand Finals. The Falcon player, he just played, and it's really unoptimal, but a rush style. Kind of run around, throw out aerials, punish him. And you only got, I think, 2 wobbles. One wobble right in the beginning of game 1, and a wobble... Was it in this game? Or I don't remember. But you only got 2 wobbles. As an icies player, I'm not saying you should wobble, but grabs should be your best friend. Even if whether you're going for wobbles or you're going for trade-offs, desyncing Nana and using that to your advantage is something that you really have to have on lockdown if you're going to be playing icies at this level. Or else, if you can't desync Nana properly, if you can't control her movements, you can't maintain yourself and your opponent at the same time, you're gonna get hit by something like this quite a bit. But that was the analysis. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Send me a message. If you have any VODs you'd like me to analyze, send them my way. And as always, have a great day.